Hey guys, Tbull here. Today we're checking out the ZF6. It's back in the store now. We got Blue Feroria there and Zazing Bing. Inspiration AP penetration angles, basically. And we're shooting a lot of AP in this thing. Almost exclusively. We've got a game North domination mode here. We'll check out this ship. I think initially when I first got this ship, I wasn't super huge into it. It took me a little while to figure out the reliance in the AP. I mean, most of the German destroyers have good AP. Compared to their peers, certainly in terms of damage, but not often is it super effective. But the ZF6 is one of them. Elbeen, another one. And Elbeen's got some of the best AP in the game, frankly. That ship's in kind of a class of its own. But this one, once you kind of figure out the AP is the way to go, all right, you start to get the hang of it. And now, what they've added recently was a reload booster. And we'll see this thing in action here. That thing's nasty. Okay, so you got to be aware, even going up against a ZF6, that it has potential serious spike damage in terms of that reload booster going off. It's not uncommon to see 2,000 damage per salvo in this thing. And with the reload boost going on, we're going to be seeing shots every 2 seconds or so. So you can potentially put together a lot of damage in a short amount of time. Here we checked the roster a moment ago. We noted Baltimore was paired with Azuma, so once I spotted the Baltimore, I believe, then we knew both these guys were here. Baltimore, of course, is one of the ships on the enemy team that's got the radar, right? So we got to make sure we're staying away from that 9-kilometer range from him. Hoping my team will zap him. I'm trying to hopefully let them take some shots by spotting him. Do shoot there just to see if we can get this Azuma to turn in, because I'm thinking maybe we can get him with some torps here. But a little risky play. We did elect to get spotted here. We did get shot from a short intermediary position there, which at this point in time I'm believing is a destroyer. Now we got a destroyer in sea. You can see our battleships are sitting there watching them capture. Our destroyer doing God knows what. He's just going to sail up and down the coast and then get blasted later. I guess that's his game plan. But as far as our ability to read the map, we got 3 ships, non-destroyers north of A. So we've deduced via reading the map and noting that we saw that unidentified shot earlier, that we got a destroyer over here, at least to begin with. So they're starting to whittle the Baltimore down a little bit. Not a lot of great shots being landed here. I'm kind of noticing that my team's starting to kite away from this position as well. Right about now, I'm starting to think, okay, I think it's going to be worth me exploring the possibility of at least snagging this cap, right? We got 5.3 surface detection to Zuma, just outside of 7. The Baltimore, certainly, if he moves up a little bit, he can zap us with that radar. But I'm not seeing signs of that enemy destroyer being too aggressive. He may have decided to go play a different side, or he might just be hanging back, launching surprise torpedo attacks behind the bigger ships, like the game screens erroneously suggest to pursue as a strategy. Anyway, so we're going to get on here. Now, Baltimore, we're already in his radar range, and I'm now noticing, okay, we don't really have very good support. Kronstadt, who can sit here nose in with the Baltimore and slugfest, get into a slugfest with him and beat him up, is instead deciding to sail off because he's feeling threatened. Now, he does have the Azuma, which is another nasty creature, of course, but anyway, we got to get out of here. Now, luckily, all of red, we know their positions currently. You can see our Tashcan or whatever that thing is up north there, spotting them all, so in his quest to get to the North Pole, it looks like he's going all the way to the north for some reason. But we got disengaged from the radar. Either we got out of the range of it now, or it ran out. It doesn't matter. It didn't take a lot of damage, but what we did do is come to the conclusion we're not going to get beat. Not at this point in time, right? There's now no support in the area. Maybe one cruiser that can shoot into that position, and that shot is quickly becoming unavailable. I'm not pushing into the Baltimore and Azuma by myself. That would be stupid. So the decision's made to play one side or the other. Now we got looks like a 6v5, 6 ships over there versus 2 or 3 on A. So that side looks like they should probably be able to handle it just numerically. This side, they're already generating points, and it needs help, right? It's got 2 battleships on our side that have been sitting in the back watching the game go by. It's got the Russian, I think it's a Delny, I said Tashkin earlier, but Delny, who clearly is not going to contribute at all, right? We know that. He's just sailing around like a goof. launching torps periodically and doing God knows what. So these guys clearly needed some help over here, and we want to shut off the scoring, if at all possible. Now we got a split torpedo strike there. I don't do that too often because if you stack them together side by side, the spreads, usually the accuracy just goes way up. But here we did get flood on the New Jersey and Iowa on the ropes, and we elect to use the first reload boost in pursuit of the double. Can we get it here? We got them on the ropes. Certainly the Iowa's about to go down, but it's not looking too good for the Dow, and the Atlantico bails us out with the chip in terms of getting that final kill. So I don't know if that was right on the edge of the double there. But now we got a more difficult situation, right? We got a Kagero spotting us, and we got something unknown to the north in a cloud, able to aim torps, able to aim guns. So this is a situation where I'd love to have some close quarter support from our team. Destroyer clearly has no shot. Battleships, they can't spot. So now we're going to try and get some retaliatory torps in there, see if we can dislodge that thing, whatever it may be. Here he comes, Sumner. Ooh, that's a tough customer. Not a fight I'd like to take, but we do have pretty good close support here, and they're shooting at the spotted destroyers now, and that makes a difference. Destroyer v destroyer fights 1v1 are something that a lot of destroyer players kind of, think about. Okay, how can I handle this fight if it's a 1v1? Very rarely are the fights against other destroyers going to be 1v1. Sometimes they are, but often they're going to come down to who has better support, who's closer to their support ships. Are the support ships actually shooting at the enemy destroyers when spotted, or are they lobbing shells max range down to battleships that have no impact on the game? If they're shooting the destroyers, that's an advantage. All right, so good job by the team there. Now we got 300 health, so if we get spotted, anything can kill us immediately. So basically, now the game's looking pretty good. We're up 3 ships. Cap-wise, it's not looking so hot, but we're for sure going to flip this one. And someday, I think they can get A. They seem to be getting reset constantly. There's the guy to the south. If you're trying to capture a base and you keep getting reset, just say, okay, I'm going to stop shooting for a little bit. Capture the base. Don't do anything for a minute, because capturing the base is a much stronger play than whatever you're doing with your guns in almost all scenarios. I mean, more often than not, certainly. All right, so now we're reading the situation. I'm not going to have... Well, we might have time to actually get A if they seriously have some trouble over there, but I think B is a safer play. We still got this pair over here, which has given us heartburn earlier, the Baltimore and the Azuma, but now they've taken a position. They're more focused fighting the ships in their spawn. The Delny, in this case, who's now rushing the Azuma. We'll see if that works out for him. But they're starting to come back in ships a little bit, but luckily, we got the battleship sailing through B here. If he can't reset the base, hopefully he can scare the Baltimore off and I can go capture the base. But if he manages to capture it, that should be game over. As long as we don't get spotted, we can guarantee the win, right? So Delny goes down, no surprise to me. You guys let me know if you're shocked in the comments. But the rest of the blue team starting to paddle these red players mercilessly. They did clear out the A side now. And B's just about to be captured as long as it doesn't get reset. No, he doesn't. And here comes the Kagero. And we'll get one more look at this reload boost. Now, I'm going to keep the AP loaded here because I'm kind of refamiliarizing myself with the ship a little bit. Or I'm always testing the guns, for ships I don't play a lot. But this is a ship I'm enjoying more and more of. But I want to see, can I punch through the Kagero? Probably not if he's pointing right at me, but it's worth trying. But as soon as we tap him on the shoulder there, he immediately sees us and he wants to get the kill. Now we fire the reload boost, and you can see we had started with 300 health. He started with about, 2,000 or 10,000, whatever. Can't count that high. But we easily beat him down. Now we had some good support again, but those guns take him out very quickly. So that's a look at the ZF6 for you guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. New to the channel, consider subscribing. Lots of World of Warships coming all the time. Questions, comments, leave them below. Love to hear from you, and we'll see you later. All right, peace.